Assalamualaikum and good day. So for today, we're going to continue again from the previous Excel. Previously, we just saw for at one point, and then we look for the angle of the truck bed. So in this case, let's say we want to find a trend of how the retraction of the rod AB will affect to the angle of the truck bed. So with that, we can have multiple points. And we can use the same Excel, but we need to modify it a bit. So let's say we starting from 1400, and next we reduce by 50 mm at each steps. So let's say 1350, 300, and basically from here we can drag to create additional value. So let's say we go to up 1100. Okay, EBA is basically calculated from this equation, right? And you can see that A2 here is basically coming from here. So we need to make it calculated automatically. We're not going to enter at each part this equation. What we can do is we can use array function. Okay, skip it. So the best way really, we can just copy this. Control C, copy, escape again, and drag the whole thing here. Enter equal, and we paste the same thing. Now we can change it from here, which is this one is A2. What we can do, highlight the whole array. Then to make it calculate automatically for the rest of the array for the EBA, what we need to do is that we have to press Control Shift, then enter. Then it will be automatically calculated. So the same step for the EBF is basically constant really, but we can do the calculation for the whole thing again, or we can basically copy and paste. So let's say we just copy and paste to save the effort here, right? Copy and paste, let's say, okay, so it will be repeated for the rest of the part. And then for FBA, angle FBA is equal to B2 minus C2. So this is B2 minus C2, right? So let's highlight the rest of it. Enter. B array minus C array. Control Shift enter. So we got the angle for FBA. FBA. So at one point it's actually a negative angle, and it goes down from this angle. We go down up to minus 45 degrees. Okay. Then next is FBC. Go next one, FBC. So FBC equals to 180 minus D2. Again, we just drag the whole thing equals 180 minus D array. Again, Control Shift enter. We got the answer. For length of FC is equals to this equation, square root of the whole thing, cosine rule. What we do is that now, to make it easier, we copy this, highlight, Control C, we have to escape again. Then we highlight again the whole array, equals to, copy, paste. Then we look at the part here, so it's coming from here, this E2. So we highlight E2, okay. Then we select the whole array for E, Control Shift enter. So we got this part. Angle of FBC, same thing here, depending on E2, right? Depending on this part. So we copy this part, or E2 minus F2. Copy this part, Control C, escape, and highlight this whole array here equals to Control V, paste. So we select E2 here. Sorry, make sure you select only the E2 here. So we highlight the whole E array. Now we go to F, highlight F2, and select the whole F array. Now again, Control Shift, Enter. Right. Then FCG and this angle is equals to this, which is depending on F2. Okay, this 2 part F2 here. Highlight it, copy, escape, then we highlight again, enter, paste. Okay, now this here is F2. Highlight this F2, this part, and highlight the whole array. Again, we look for here is another part which for F2. We highlight it again, then Control Shift, Enter. So GCB equals to G2 plus H2, G2 plus H2. So highlight the rest, enter. G array plus H array, Control Shift, enter. So we got these angles now. I mean, when it retract down to 1100 millimeter, the angle of GCB will be up to about 2.5 degrees. Now we need to create the the displacement diagram, right? So we can do this by first selecting the whole value here. Go to Insert, select the two line. Make sure you get this one, line with markers. What is it? Okay, line with markers. Right. So we got this. Now we haven't included this the length of the AE yet. So what we do, right click here, select data, edit this part. So axis level range. Now we just select this whole AE part. Okay. Then okay. Now it's becoming on 1200 and so on. Okay. So we have created the displacement diagram. So for example, that if you want to plot the degrees and the displacement with respect to each other, you can use this method. I think that's all for today. So I hope you can try it yourself. I will not be giving the Excel because I don't want you to copy just blindly. I want you to go through one by one the steps of it and experience it yourself. Okay, with that, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.